Welcome back to Peer-Guided DBT Lessons, provided by DBT Skills application, Peers Helping Peers. This lesson marked C-3 in our Between the Modules series, Christmas Mood Survival. We'll be examining the acronym CHRISTMAS. Please keep in mind that we're simply peers helping peers, working together to bring about more peaceful, constructive, and ultimately happier lives. In other words, a life worth living. Many of us look towards the holidays with a sense of dread. If ever there was a perfect season for testing DBT skills out, the holidays would be it. Those feelings of dread can actually be put to good use. If we see those emotions as an early warning signal, we're given time to cope ahead. That warning signal can help us to be more prepared for what we expect or fear is to come. Is the thing you dread the most family or friend get-togethers? Perhaps you are concerned that you'll be judged, that more will be expected of you than you can do, that everyone or someone will expect you to be someone you are not, that someone at the get-together will get drunk and or be obnoxious, that you will get so emotional that you react ineffectively. Does anyone here look familiar? The gloomy? Maybe the show-off? How about the party pooper or the drunk? The know-it-all? Maybe the gossiper. This lesson will focus on the acronym CHRISTMAS. Our first acronym is for interpersonal relationship survival, tolerating distress triggers. If someone pushes your buttons, as soon as you begin feeling hurt, angry, or anxious, use the acronym CHRISTMAS. C for check the facts, H for the helicopter view, R, ride the waves, I, in the moment, S, surrender the need to be right, T for toolbox, M for mindfully, A for assert, and S for survival needs. Our first letter is C for check the facts. Are you reacting to facts or your own personal opinions or beliefs? Are you distorting the facts? Are you mind reading? Did you actually see or hear it, or do you just think something occurred? Let's look at our response options to the emotional distress and trigger event. If you are triggered, you are going to have a reaction, but then you have a choice of what to do with that reaction. On the left side here, you can become defensive and become judgmental, which includes interpretations, assumptions, comparisons, assessing value, mind reading, and distortions, which in turn leads to emotion dysregulation of shame, anger, fight or flight, shutdown, or mood altering. By choosing the right and using mindfulness, you'll first check the facts. Notice emotions and sensations, leading to acceptance of the present moment, which leads to emotion regulation, where you can find radical acceptance, opposite action, breathing awareness, and grounding. Part of checking the facts is knowing how to tell the difference between fact or opinion. A fact is an actual thing that exists and is provable, observable, and measurable. Look for signal words like numbers, statistics, verified, document, eyewitness, corroborate, record, substantiate, prove, and photographs. Now, an opinion is a personal belief or judgment that is not founded on proof or certainty. Look for signal words such as good or bad, believe, think, always, never, might, should, guess, interpretation, point of view. Facts are certainties. Opinions are disputable. A Check the Facts worksheet may help to check our thoughts. If it turns out that my original reaction was based on fact, then ask yourself, is my reaction or response appropriate to the situation? Next is H for helicopter view. Stop. Take a breath. What is the bigger picture? A worksheet may help you to put this into a different perspective. Using the helicopter view, start with self. What am I reacting to? What does this situation mean to me? Then look at others. What would this look like to others involved? Then outsider. How would this seem to someone outside the situation, not emotionally involved? And then wise mind. What would be the best thing to do for me, for others, for this situation? The following worksheet may be helpful in answering these questions. Be sure to ask yourself, was it directed at you? Or could it be interpreted as a generalized statement or action? Would a Q-tip help? Quit taking it personal. Don't assume it was directed at you. Next is R, ride the wave. Acknowledge and accept the emotion that was triggered. Use your breath as a surfboard to ride out the peaks of the emotion or urge. Validate your emotion, even if you find it does not fit the actual situation. Don't judge the emotion. No emotion is right or wrong. It just is. Ride the wave. Experience your emotion as a wave coming and going. Don't try to get rid of emotion. Don't push it away. Try not to block emotion. Try not to suppress emotion. Don't try to keep emotion around. Don't hold on to it. Don't amplify it. Next is I, in the moment. If after you have mindfully considered the accuracy of your feelings and decide that it does demand a response, stay in the moment. In the center of a stressful event is not the time to communicate about what has happened in the past. You can't change the past to fix what is happening now. Cope and deal with only what the issue is at the current time. Next is S for surrender the need to be right. This may be a time to weigh the importance of being right against the importance of keeping things calm. Is this a situation that you are able to allow another to have the last word, even if you feel you are right? Will letting go of your stand cause harm? Letting it go does not equal agreement or approval. It just means accepting that you are not being heard or validated. Next is T for Toolbox. Check your toolbox for other skills that may help you through an emotionally dysregulated spell. Between now and Christmas, make sure your toolbox contains soothing or alerting items if you are concerned with dissociating. Prepare ahead to ensure you will have quick access to everything you might need. And make sure to have some skills reminder cards, handouts, and worksheets with you to help you through the day. Don't leave home without your tools. Your toolbox should contain all the items mentioned in this lesson. All the handouts and worksheets mentioned can be found in our Accompanying Lesson website. You'll find that link in the video description below. In your list of handouts, you should have your response options, fact or opinion, Dear Man, Give Fast, and Helicopter View. Your worksheets should contain Helicopter View, Dear Man, Check the Facts, and Emergency Contact Sheet. You should also have your box of Q-tips. As a challenge to yourself, you could break one every time you use them as a reminder. You could count how many times in a single day that this simple tool helped you. Include a self-soothe kit. If you are one who is concerned with dissociating, include something to bring you back to the present. A sharp or sour candy, perhaps a rubber band on your wrist. Start collecting now so you don't go unprepared. Remember, we can only control us, our thoughts, our feelings, and our actions. Once we have honestly examined how changing our responses could help, we can go on to M for mindfully. Respond mindfully and effectively. Do what is most likely to make the situation bearable, without making the situation worse or creating a crisis where one does not already exist. Do your best to find wise mind before taking any action. Remember, wise mind is bringing reasonable mind and emotion mind together. It is finding that critical balance so you don't act on impulse. Next is A for assert. Use Dear Man, Give Fast format to tell the person or people involved what you need and what you are willing to do to have those needs met. When using Dear Man, Dear stands for what you do. D is for describe the situation objectively. E is for express how this situation is affecting you. A is for assert, make your expectations known. And R for reinforce, explain why you want this. Man is how do you do it. M is for mindfully, don't react from emotion mind. A, appear confident, but not confrontational. And N for negotiate, compromise where possible. Using give, G stands for be gentle, I for act interested, V for validate, and E for use an easy manner. Using fast, F is to be fair, A for no apologies, that is no unjustified apologies. S is to stick to your values, and T, be truthful. And last, S for survival needs. Put your needs first. Do you need to leave the situation? Do you need to get away for just a bit? Have you reached the level of distress that you need help to calm down? Make sure your toolbox contains emergency and crisis numbers. The most important part of the day is staying safe. take whatever action is required to do that. The lesson, handouts, and worksheets accompanying this video can be found at the following link. Because this time of year can cause added emotional pain and stressors, we're offering additional support in our group. Please join us in our Facebook support group, DBT Skills Application.